Hello and welcome. It's been a wee while. Last week I couldn't I couldn't make it along, so this is back into the saddle here at Spa Francorchamps. Unfortunately it was Brands Hatch that I missed, and well, I'm sure we will see another great race, just like rounds 1 and rounds 2. Just finishing the free practice session right now, and we'll be moving on into the qualifying session very, very soon. So, we've got our usual suspects here tonight, as well as some others. As you can see, Timmy is here, as well as Philip, who is actually not on the top of the practice session at the moment. Barney 3rd, Wesley 4th, Cooper 5th, Skipsy 6th, Ainsley 7th, Nellboy 8th. Oh, someone just improved. Actually, Nellboy.
Give it all you got.
Oh, we're just about to start qualifying. Actually, that's probably got more to do with it. So we got Benny, Demain, Nellboy, Cooper, Bolgarovsky, Vendetta, as well Brent. Are 13 drivers for this week's race. Let me go. Almost thought I was on F1 there for a second. But there we go. We'll go with Philip right now. And I'm going to go onto YouTube to see any discussions, and make sure you can actually hear me. So I'm going to go onto YouTube. There you go, you definitely can, because I forgot to turn down my volume, so I heard it quite quickly. Anyway, so Spa Francorchamps, a long track, as you can see from the times from practice. 2 minutes, over 2 minutes a lap, 2 minutes 14 seconds, so we'll expect less than 20 laps for the race today in the sprint version of our ACC. I believe Spa is also one of the tracks for the long distance endurance race that we will hope to bring to you again when we can get that running. First round postponed, but we hope that that will not happen again, and we can move on and have the start of our endurance race, I think next week? I think next week, but don't count me on that right now. It's either next week or the week after. So, Philip, he's coming through the final section of the lap, and we'll be going into the bus stop to where we will see his first flying lap, and hopefully it'll be a good one. So there we go, all forward, we're starting the lap into turn 1, braking and getting it looks like going wide, but it might be a better run down to Eau Rouge and Radion. We just see them coming through nice. So now, how do the cars looking absolutely spectacular up and over Radion, and now down the Camel Straight. Braking into the chicane, getting through there absolutely cleanly down through into this, I don't remember all the corner names, but very strange corner, just keeping it tight. He is here. And now down the hill he'll be heading to two very fast corners where you can make very simple errors, and look how close the gravel trap is as well. Just one mistake and you can get buried in there and lose a ton of positions and time. But continuing through the sector, more chicanes, the left rights just keep coming at the Spa-Francorchamps circuit. And now through the very high speed final part of the track, here we go. And it's just, probably not in these cars, but almost flat out, taking the run through, and it's probably lifting slightly, gets on the edge of the curb, takes all the track you need to the bus stop chicane. We've actually only got 10 minutes left of qualifying. That's how long it takes. Cooper done a 220.5, and Philip will go and do, he actually invalidated at some point during that lap, so he didn't actually set up that time, but Cooper did. The only valid lap time so far, with a 2:20.5. Let's see, Wesley also not setting a lap time. Let's see, as Barney, he's one of our other top guys in the championship. Brent set a time 2 seconds behind Cooper, Ains as well, but only a 10th behind Brent is he. Let's see, Vendetta not setting the time. Philip still going around trying to set another time. Where's Bogarovsky? He's coming down past third one, so he's not set a time yet either. Just flicking through some of the drivers, trying to find out. Oh, actually, Barney has set a time. It's a little bit behind it. It's a 5. He's half a second up on Cooper's time, which is a good marker to set. And yeah, Nellboy, I was looking for it. There's a lot of 70s, but Nellboy sets a lap time as well. His is a 2:24 point. It'll be a 2:24.2. Now one of our new drivers, oh, and there was someone that was off that's right in front of him. We missed that. That was Philip. That was Philip going off the track, so not having a good qualifying. As well, new driver this week who we'll keep an eye on. CD or C domain, I think I'll go with. But yeah, it's gonna try. And I think he's on a flying lap here. If not, I guess we'll find out. But let's see, what's the time? Not a flying lap or an invalidation. Wesley coming through. Let's see what Wesley can do. He's yet to set a lap time as well. We've got 7.5 minutes left, and we'll be soon getting to the actual entertaining and interesting part. That meaning no offense to qualifying, but the race is what we're really all here to see. Vendetta coming to the bus stop. How many are coming into the pits? That's the question. Vendetta not. Neither is Bogarovsky. They're all going to be crossing the line basically together, and let's see what they can do. Bogarovsky goes into 5th and then goes off the track. Philip's still yet to set a lap time. Timmy yet to set a lap time as well. He's actually just coming through the final sector of the lap. and we'll see what time he sets, taking a slightly narrower line to what we've seen from some drivers, but then straight out there, maybe even crossing off the track, which may be where we've seen some of the issues of not getting a valid lap time in there. Kimi sets a lap time and goes with a 2-minute 18.8. What a lap we have seen there. Barney had also improved his lap time as well as Cooper. We had missed that, or I have at least missed that. But yeah, that's a fastest lap by Timmy Blunder. So really good job from him. And I've got to apologise for some of the coughing. So I think I've been trying to look and see when these guys will actually be setting lap times when they're coming across, and actually does now set a lap time. It's a slow one, unfortunately for him. It's 5 seconds off the pole position of Timmy. Wesley and Philip yet to set a lap time as well. Where's Wesley? He's coming through this final part. This might be an out lap though. Where is oh, there we go, Skipsy coming through the bus stop. Someone seemingly is off the track a little bit, and Skipsy puts it in the 4th place. Big improvement from nothing. Up to 4th place, 2.5 seconds behind. It's basically those top 3 at the moment. Those top 3, particularly Timmy, out on their own, and then the rest follow at varying degrees of closeness. Wesley doesn't set a lap time yet. Bennett going round as well. He's on the camel. As well as Brent and Skipsy that we can see coming down here. Yellow flag waving with 3 and a bit minutes to go, and we've still got 4 drivers, 3 4 drivers yet to set a lap time. Well, it's almost like a race here with Bennett and yeah, Bennett's just kind of a lot slower, unfortunately. But there's Brent trying to get by, and I think it was Skipsy still trying to get by and set more lap time, but he's gone as well. Brent ahead. He wants to improve his grid position from 6th. There's probably still quite a bit of improvement really there for Brent. 2 minutes to go. No, sorry, 2.5 minutes to go. So these could be the penultimate laps that these guys will be setting tonight in the qualifying session, followed by a 40-minute race. And qualifying seems to be slower than some of the times we were seeing in the practice session, which is slightly strange. But yeah, people have struggled today. Cooper in the pits, so he'll be resting in 3rd and hoping to keep it. You can see the gap behind him. He's actually heading out now, but I think it'll be too late. Yeah, I think it'll be too late for him. So we were on board, well not on board, but we were with Brent. And the number 38 purple is coming to set a lap time. Might get another shot. Does he improve? Not really. Okay, some of these update quite late at times, so we might see an improvement come. Because we're only just, there we go. Someone set a lap time, and it was Wesley at last being able to set a lap time and throws himself to within a second of pole position in the 99 car. And that's into fourth, just about, I said, just ahead of Sketchy. Oh, someone's disconnected, and it's one of our top drivers. A minute to go. Wesley's now in third. Who was that disconnected? Philip in the pits. He is going to be starting at the back for qualifying. Oh, you know who it is? I've just realised. Right, let's have a wee look, because I don't think rejoining during the race is an option whatsoever. Not a possible option really. So that is a big shame for one of our big guys. We look like to be doing really well in the qualifying. There's Cooper actually. No, Cooper. We can't get on board with Cooper because okay. There we go. Sorry about that. There you go. Cooper is back in then. Sorry about that happening, but we do still have laps to go. Barney's still going round. Right, Cooper obviously in the pits. Barney coming to the line. Can he improve and take pole position? Don't think so. Wesley coming round. See if he can take pole position. It's going to need a mighty effort from Wesley to be there. Yellow flag at the end at turn 1. That's just people slowing to end their laps. Benny getting a good wee slipstream there. Wesley improves, but not enough. Benny will still be in 11th. Vendetta still going around. He'll be 10th, I think, unless he can improve by quite a bit to catch Bogarowski or Nellboy. Crossing the line now. And it's no improvement. Bogarowski, I'm not sure if they are done or if they're still just going around. But yeah, Cooper got back into the... No, that is the end of qualifying, as you can see. I think it was Cooper that disconnected, because you can see it was Wesley back and forth and fifth. Although we do have a number 1423 showing down at the bottom, so we will see. I think Cooper did disconnect and is rejoined. Hopefully that's all fine. And he'll keep. He'll be in his third place, and we'll have no issues. A well-deserved third place from Cooper. And we just wait. Oh, we can't. I can't even change anything at this moment in time. But Philip has to start from the back. In the race. That will be very interesting. There we go. So as we wait for the drivers, who I'm sure will be intending to enjoy the race afterwards, of course. Yeah, I've got some viewers, and I hope you're enjoying this, and we are about to get underway for the race in 90 seconds. And hopefully we can have a really good race with the 13 drivers who are here today. And the grid order, well, it's topsy-turvy really. Timmy on pole position. Barney kind of where he usually is, around there. second place, really could be in a good shout for this race. Cooper third, Wesley is in fourth, Skipsy starts fifth, Ainsworth is sixth, Brent seventh, Nellpoint eighth, Woganowski ninth, Vendetta 10th, Benny in 11th, our new guy is in 12th, and let's just be quite honest, Philip, who's went really well in the 2 races I've seen, it's going to be starting from the back and we'll have to fight through a lot of quick, but I think even they will acknowledge not as quick as Philip, at least so far. As you can hear, 30 seconds to go. And we are about to get underway.
20 seconds.
I know what it is, because I'm expecting them to go over the line and finish their laps where it starts falling along, but it's actually on the run up to a rouge, isn't it? That's why I was missing that. I was saying that. One of them definitely improved the thing there, I'm not sure. Oh well. Still got a lot to learn, obviously. As we wait. Here we go. Just pulling away. Race not started yet. This is what is essentially the formation lap. So this is obviously going to be a slow formation lap. Timmy deciding to really make this a slow one. You can see all the drivers just tiptoeing around, and hopefully, well, it might be another 5 minutes before this starts. Anyway, no, I guess this is time to talk strategies. Of course, the drivers have a set time of when they are allowed to pit. If I remember correctly, which I'm pretty sure that that's between the 25th and the 50th. Not the 50th. That's between the 25 minutes to go and the 15 minutes to go mark. Where drivers will have to pit, and then you've also got that choice, especially in a long circuit like this. Fuel strategy. As we've said before, or seen before, some people have went aggressive on fuel. Some have, well, as we've seen when I believe it was Brent ran out of fuel in France a few weeks ago. Paul Ricard, and other drivers were very, let's say, they didn't risk it on the field and had tons left by the end. So let's see, that was Philip, I believe, that said that after the race, also in France. So yeah, so it could come into that, and he was the class of the field that week as well. So we'll see exactly how well that plays out. But yeah, so fuel strategy. Do you even set up for refueling? Will you be refueling, or will you just take the full tank to the end? Long lap really will slow you down, a full tank versus a half tank, and pitting somewhere in that when refueling. But of course that takes time, and more time in the pits. So yeah, that's your decision really. Honestly not sure what I'd do. It's relatively short pit lane, so it's not the time in the pit lane, it will be the time that you spend changing tyres and refueling that really costs you at the track. But how slow does that extra fuel make you go? then we'll see with how long the pit stops are, just how much fuel these guys are taking on at the beginning. I do think the majority, if not all, will be refueling at their pit stops. Timmy came to a complete stop there, just to make sure he didn't be, just to make sure he wasn't sitting on the grid forever. Slightly strange, really, to come to a complete stop, but that's what happened. But now we're about ready to get underway. Park it in your pit. Yeah, I've done it again. It doesn't matter. Still coming round to the grid, and now it's time to park it in the grid spots. Ready for the first corners, running up to
green light, give us all you can.
Orange, and we've actually got this again. She's giving us stuck on Timmy, which confirm that allows us to switch around. I don't know why it did that, but here we go. Definitely underway on a rolling start. No one's really making a move. Oh, actually, there we go. Oh, we've got a problem with the timing screens. But Skipsy gets past. Sorry, Wesley keeps the position. Sorry, and Skipsy stays behind in 5th. And that's really the only move we kind of seen. Philip, though, to scratch that actually, has made up 2 positions and past Bogarowski's lost a few places. Benny up a couple of positions as well, up in the back of the pack at the moment. And it's our new guy that's kind of off at the back at the moment. But yeah, Philip getting off to a good start, and Vendetta shows that he's really close to someone at the last timing check, but not anymore. Philip trying to get past Benny, so it was Phillips actually past Vendetta as well. Let's go up to the front where we're getting new timings, and it's showing that Timmy, and you can see it here yourself, that Timmy is pulling away from Barnett and Cooper. Isn't quite setting up. Then you've got a gap to Ainz behind the top 4. She's already up to 3.7 seconds. That just shows you that top 4 speed that they have. And don't mean this in a bad way, but it's possible that Ainz is actually holding up others. Since the pit lane's open, cannot be right. And well, are we going to see a move here from Brent? I think he's going to try and outbrake. It's Nellboy. He doesn't actually do that. Yeah, it's in 4.5 seconds the gap from Wesley to Ainz. Enzo, and it's continuing to widen. Look up at the leaders. Nothing much going on there, but Vendetta. No, it's not Vendetta. Who was off there? It's Philip. Philip off at Radion, the top of Radion, and yeah, he drops all the way to the back. Don't know if there was a move going on there, but Philip again ends up at the back of the grid. Skipsy still tucked up behind Ainz, and kind of what's released. The battle between Brent and Nellboy meant there's a bit of gap, but Brent did get past Nellboy, probably at the end of the straight. And here we go. So Skipsy, can he do anything at all about Ings? That's what he wants to do. He wants to get past him. But right now, he just isn't close enough. And Brent's starting to close back up again after he got past Nilboy. And there you can see that Brent is quicker than Skipsy. He's caught him quite quickly. So are we gonna see the purple machine get back and pass Skipsy anytime soon? We've got the top 4, which I try and keep an eye on as well, looking at the map, but you can see the gaps are just kinda there, not within striking distance. Brent, on the other hand, I thought he could be in striking distance, so there is a gap, there's gaps there forming too. Skipsy will not feel under any pressure at the moment as the gap from the top 4 increases ever more. Now at, and I love delivery by the way from Skipsy, 6.8 seconds. Oh, that's one of the top. It's Wesley and Cooper. No, Wesley and it's Wesley and Timmy. And it was 4th, and that's going to be massive damage for Timmy. And oh, that is big bad news as you can see in the Bentley. Skipsy and Ines go through, and Skipsy is past Ines actually. Takes advantage of Ines probably slowing down. Yeah, Ines probably slowing down for the yellows and the crashed cars around, and Skipsy kind of takes advantage. I wonder if that would be necessarily fair. Oh, and Cooper was ahead of Barney there, but Barney just let him through. You've seen that. Maybe a case of the illegal overtake. I don't know. And yeah, actually look at that. The gap is way more than 9 seconds. So I wonder if all 4 cars were caught up. All 4 of the leaders were caught up in that pile up at the front. As you see, where Timmy and Wesley ended up in the wall, Cooper and Barney were able to keep going. Oh, the one thing. Well, Nines will he lunge that one? Not quite. Absolutely would not blame. I wouldn't blame you for being a little annoyed that I've missed some of that action. And I definitely have. Timmy in the pits. But you know what? Timmy in the pits, but Wesley's in 10th. Someone's disconnected, unfortunately, again. This time not Cooper. Sometimes you see stuff getting said in the chat. Wesley back into the pits. And right behind Skipsy. And Cooper, he's starting to build the gap again. That they had to the leaders. No, to the backpack. I think it couldn't be more, to me at least, obvious that, and Benny also in the pit, so he's had enough. That it seems like all 4 of the leaders must have had some part to play in the 2 offs. I've just seen the yellows on the map, which were in front of the next car. So I knew that it was I knew it was at least 2 of the leaders. It looks like it was all 4 of them involved. I'm sure we won't hear. We'll hear more about that soon. on Discord and whatever else. There's stewards too, I'm sure. But can't speculate because unfortunately I didn't see it. But this is actually the reason why I didn't see it, is because of the battle between Skipsy and Ainz, which we were watching. Wesley in the pits and Timmy still also in the pits. I've also seen Benny in the pits as well, which is a big shame to have 3 drivers in the pits at the moment, and clearly 1 disconnection. So 9 out on the track right now. Philip is one of them in 9th. His issue is he's been off as well. Seemingly managed to avoid any major damage. Well, saying that, he doesn't seem to be making any inroads to Vendetta ahead. So, at some point during the lap, Bolgarovski's got himself up to 6th ahead of Brent. I can only imagine Brent's had an off, and I didn't see that either. Cooper catching up on, well, after seeing Skipsy's livery, I've got to say the second best livery, which is this one. Opinions are mine, and you may have different opinions. Probably do as well. But yeah, Cooper now starting, or was starting, to put a challenge on to Barney ahead. We have got just under 30 minutes to go of this race, and it's certainly been an eventful one so far. It looks like Timmy is out of the pits, and so is Wesley, but they are a lap down, and that is on Philip. They're a lap down. 4 laps have been, and well, there you go. It's been an absolutely chaotic but fantastic race so far. I'll try to keep up with as much of the action as possible. Talking about keeping up as much of the action as possible, Skipsy has been passed by Ainz. Once we watched Cooper really closing up to Barney for the lead, and Ainz has managed to pull away 3 seconds on Skipsy. And let's see, is he catching the leaders? Let's see when he crosses the, not really, 6.4 seconds. Skipsy actually closing in a bit, and Nelboy not quite catching either on Skipsy. It's just Ainz got the move done at some point in the previous lap. Oh, I don't want to take my eyes away from this. Brent may be about to put a move on Bogarowski, but you know what, Cooper, I'm pretty sure, is looking to size up the car ahead into the chicane. He's just not close enough. Defensive line taken, but not quite gonna be there at this point. But run down to the next corner. Can he pull out of the slipstream brake later? No. And there's one on move. And I don't want to miss, and it's I don't want to miss. Maybe it's Brent and Bogarowski. Oh, they ended up side by side. Brent goes round the outside and does claim P6 from Bogarowski. Nice move there by Brent, who's been catching Bogarowski for a little while. And there he goes, takes 6th place. Now we'll be on a charge to try and catch Nelboy. Back to the front though, and we have Cooper still chasing down Barney. Losing unfortunately, so it's Timmy down 2 laps. Yeah, because Wesley did come out of the pits at one point, but then decided to go back in. Maybe still something wrong with the car at that point. You can see Bolgarovsky is now updated, drops to 7th. Cooper still trying to keep Barney in close proximity. Has dropped out of the second margin though. See, Bolgarovsky's probably dropped out. No, actually he's not dropped out at all. Get to enter the pits, get to enter the actual pit strategy time. You must pit within this 10-minute window that is about to start. Bolgarovsky seems to not be giving us one off at all for him. I must admit, and there's no offence to Bolgarovsky at all, but I actually thought Brent would start making a gap, but he started trying to make inroads on Nelboy, but he's got past him and kind of just stayed there. So the pit lane.
Pit window is opening.
Yeah, there you go. Pit window open for 10 minutes. So essentially they have... well, all the cars will have to pit probably within the next 4 laps. And we'll see how that shakes things up. How long will he spend in the pits? I have a feeling it's not going to help any of our bottom 3. 2 of which were in front in this race and half the pace. And probably should be up there. So Cooper losing ground on Barney, but actually that gap now looks a lot closer. He's just like reeling him in and letting him go at certain points. He was 1.6 seconds down, he's now just over a second down. Can Cooper get closer and make the move? We haven't exactly seen anything really like that. We did see Brent getting Bolgarovsky. In fact, Barney into the pits at the first opportunity, into the pit lane. Cooper keeps going. Timmy also into the pits, but Hines goes up to 3rd. Let's this might be strange, but how long? Let's see where... oh, there we go, Bolgarovsky in the pits as well. Brent continues on. Vendetta continues on. Phillips a little bit further behind. But yeah, Bolgarovsky in the pits. It was a quick stop, I think, from Barney, yeah. Had to stick to that limiter, but there's not much more fuel went into that car. Unless this is a longer pit lane than IRM. Timmy in. It's a very long pit lane, in fact. Let's see, Skepsy. It's a good 1.8 seconds behind. Vendetta kept going. Yeah, they're only just into the pits. I was completely wrong on the actual pit lane. It's a blooming massive one. We'll see the gap opening up, but there, as you can see, there's not anyone that's really close at the moment, which is a little bit of shame. What we've got is the closest is Skepsy and Ings. That is at the moment for P3 and P2, but they'll be into the pits very shortly. Oh, there we go. That's an interesting point. How long was that? I'm not sure that was very long at all. Benny's right behind him. but still in the pits. But still obviously a lap down, and apparently quicker because he's just went through. But I don't think Barney will care too much, or maybe he will, because once he picks up his pace, gets his tyres up to temps, he'll well, yeah, he'll probably be quicker and will be wanting to get by. There's all the top 4 at the moment in the pits. Brent even going into the pits. Where's Vendetta going? Into the pits is where he's going. Marnie hasn't, is already pitted, so has Bob Orlowski. Philip in the pits as well. Most of the well, only 2 of the runners that are on the main on the actual main first lap are actually on the track at the moment. Barney, yeah, he's now clearly quicker. He's flashing his lights saying, "Get out my way. I am on the lead lap. You have been lapped. Please move over." But definitely Benny not in the mood.
Halfway through, not over yet.
And definitely not in the mood to let him go. He got past, he assumes he's quicker, sorry, but you're absolutely not. This is race leader. And Benny finally takes his pit stop and releases Barney. But not after holding him up for almost a full lap. Let's have a look. Is Cooper coming out? Cooper is coming out. Who gets the run? Barney's going to start making up the positions, but well, he's lost so much time. Cooper will regain the lead, and Ines will actually, I'm pretty sure, stay in second. Skipsy won't, he had longer in the pits. He even gets jumped by Nellboy. Let's have a look. Ah, gosh, no, sorry. False alarm. Believe me, it's not that I'm stupid, although I guess I am a bit. I actually thought that Barney hadn't made it up the hill yet. But he had, and I had to wait for the timing screens to kick in. Sorry for making it seem a lot more exciting than what it actually was. Brent's still in the pits. He's been in there quite a while. Losing quite a lot of positions. There we go. I think he's fully refueled, and that's going to have cost him a lot of time. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. And you're probably all laughing your heads off. And I would be as well. But good for Barney, maybe not for the rest of us, but he actually did come out. He did actually, regardless of being held up a bit, which I'm sure he was, he managed to come out ahead. So, what's this? I think everyone's done their pit. Actually, Wesley coming in to stop now for the final tank. And there's Barney on the march, pulling away from Cooper. Ines taking a big example and got himself into a podium position, taking advantage of what happened earlier, but also getting the speed to be the top of that midfield. Nellboy managed to jump Skipsy in the pit. Skipsy losing a lot of time with his strategy and his pit time, because the gap for Nellboy to Ines obviously had less fuel to put in, and has made up a big gap, and was Like quite close to Cooper when he left, actually, because I wasn't because I had missed Barney passing the pit exit. Thought that Heinz had also jumped him, which would have been absolutely amazing. But clearly that was not what happened. Brent into the pits again. So that's what I thought. He's definitely been in the pits. But for some reason it hasn't counted towards his mandatory pit stop, so he's had to come in again. Philip not making his way through the field at all, not getting a valid qualifying, making up positions at the beginning only to then go off the track and lose those positions again, and a heap of time on top of that, has meant that Philip has not taken control of this race. Poor Brent. 9th will probably be the best he can hope for.
The pit window is closing now.
With the pit window now closed, that will be it, and he better hope that it counts as his mandatory pit stop, or else he might even end up disqualified, and that would be completely unfair, as he's actually pitted twice. So Skipsy, his aim to get back ahead of Nailboy, who jammed him in the pit lane, and he clearly has the speed to do it. He's just closed by 6/10 in the previous lap, or the previous sector splits, time splits. This right now is probably going to be our closest battle. Although saying that, I'm still not too far away from Cooper, 3 seconds, although I think that is just increased rather than decreased. So, but not like this battle, not like this for 4th place, which is seemingly dropping like a stone, and Skipsy will be in striking distance by the end of this lap. 13.5 minutes to go, and I don't think anyone's going to be challenging the race leader. It's 2 Ferraris leading, Cooper in 2nd, and I don't think Heinz quite has the pace to keep up with Cooper. There you go. I'm thinking, oh, hold on, he's lower. No, Cooper's slightly off. I don't think that's affected anything. Heinz closes in by what, half a tenth. So they're actually lapping similarly now, which I guess is good news for Heinz. But he really, if he has any chance of catching, needs to go quicker. But he is probably about a second a lap from Nailboy, looking at it, and Skipsy closing and closing. So now it's went back up above the 3-second mark, the gap to Heinz from Cooper. Oh, okay. Brett's lost 2 laps and all of that, and is now going to be in a battle with Wesley, which could be an interesting watch for 9th place. But talking about an interesting watch, this is for 4th place, and it is Nailboy being chased by Skipsy and his British liveried Bentley. Absolutely perfect. But Nailboy, can he put up any defence from the slipstream that Skipsy has on him? Taking the inside line, he's still a bit behind. He's he going to go for the lunge? That's the wrong person. Side by side, both of them still side by side, but Nailboy keeps the position just about and holds it around the outside. And yeah, Skipsy gonna have to find another way. I think the two of these guys know that fourth is probably the best they're gonna get. Bogarovsky so far behind. Boom. And there you go, there's an issue coming up. Bogarovsky trying to lap two people that are having their own wee battle, and that's Brent and Wesley. Wesley got past Brent at the end of the straight. But yeah, Bogarovsky probably want to... Oh, there we go, hold on. Oh, did we miss it? I think we missed it, you know. We've seen that at the end of the higher straight. And I think we just caught the end of Skipsy getting past Nailboy for fourth place. We caught the end of that happening, weirdly enough, around one of the really fast chicanes that we have at the Spa-Francorchamps circuit. And yeah, that's Skipsy now gonna have to really put on a charge if he helps of catching Heinz, but it's just not gonna happen. It's a 17, maybe 18 now, possibly even more second gap with less than 10 minutes to go. It's a 20-second gap, in fact, 20.3 seconds, Skipsy. But he's pulling away from Nailboy, so that's probably the end of that battle. Sorry for only catching the end of it. Again, Wesley leaving Brent in his dust. No offence to Brent, but yeah, Wesley, the quicker drivers in qualifying that top four, if he could have kept it on the track. But now, it's along with Timmy, who was on pole. Both of them had incident at the same time. Don't think with each other, because it was first and fourth they were in. But both off they went. Barney and Cooper managing to keep it afloat. They were also at the front. And they are 1 and 2. Strategy has absolutely helped. The strategy has absolutely helped Heinz get in the position he's in, as well as his speed as well. So, got Bogarovsky in 6th, which you'll be delighted with. Holding up lapped car, not that he's lapped, but holding up Wesley, who probably is quicker. But Bogarovsky has no reason to let him by and allow Vendetta to catch a bit more, because that is now the closest likely battle to come in the last 8 minutes of this race. It's been 13 laps so far. Really interesting action. Unfortunately for Nailboy, he just doesn't seem to have the pace to keep up with Skipsy. I'm not sure how far behind. Oh gosh, no, it's a big gap actually to Bogarovsky. Vendetta's lost some time on on box, so that's not going to be great for him. And just checking, I don't think Philip's really closing in at all, and it's not going to help points he's going to be losing today compared to other championship rivals. Yeah, I think, no, Vendetta's really closed up now. Oh, he broke so late there that he's almost smashed into the back of Wesley. who's still trying to get past Bogorowski, even though of course he's lapped. He's got every right to unlap himself, but Bogorowski won't want to let him through because he'll lose time to Vendetta. Wesley definitely. Eventually Wesley's going to have to let Vendetta through actually. Because he's getting the blue flags. And of course Vendetta wants to get after Bogorowski for 6th place. There you go, here's how Wesley gets still to show off his skills for stream. Even though he had an incident and ends up 2 laps down, and he's sent himself off. Oh, that's a big crash, and that definitely let Vendetta through. He got on the curb and lost control, and it's a spin and into the barriers goes Wesley, and yeah, that's probably, you know what, pushing too much, not really having to, because he was under no threat from Brent. Bogorowski's already lapped him, had no reason to try and let him through. I've noticed what's happened here. I'm suspecting Skipsy's had an off, because he was closing in on Hines. Had a mistake somewhere, maybe not an off, because he was closing in a bit on Hines, and now he's well behind us, 22.5 seconds. Rather than 20 seconds that was behind that he was closing in, and Nell Boy is right on his back again. Nell Boy maybe got himself back together again, or Skipsy losing the pace that he had. Maybe he's cooked the tyres, I don't know. But Wesley will be getting caught by Brent, who he had pulled a massive chunk of lead on. But unfortunately for Wesley, in my opinion, didn't need to try and unlap himself, got himself on a curve and spun himself out into the barrier. And we've got another one to watch, because Vendetta buffaloes through Radion chasing after Bogorowski. Now that Wesley got himself out of the way, and I mean that in a nice way, but Wesley essentially got himself out of the way of Vendetta, who would probably be wanting something like that, just so he can have a go in his Bentley on Bogorowski. Didn't quite get through there, just not quite close enough. Got to keep an eye on that battle for 4th and Skipsy and Nell Boy. There's only 3 minutes and 20 seconds left of the race. But there's not much time for these guys to make a difference. I think it must have been a mistake by Skipsy because yeah, that gap starting to widen again from both 4th and 5th, Skipsy and Nell Boy respectively. Philip 8th. Yeah. And Brent really closing in on Wesley. Massive damage to his car. I wonder if Timmy will be looking to make a position on Benny. He's still 9 seconds pretty much behind. 2 minutes to go. Probably 2 laps actually. Let's see, Barney, where are you? But it's the rest of this lap plus 1 more, so we'll get 16 laps. It'll be 16 lap race in the end. Well, Vendetta's had it off, and well, that's just saved Bogorowski, because Vendetta looked a lot quicker. But who? Oh, there we go. Give us another battle then. It won't be much of a battle really, Vendetta. Oh, it might be, because Vendetta's just realised he's got Philip coming up on him and going for the move into the final corner and gets the job done. Now we'll be going up the straight to Origin Radion, but yes, Vendetta, it's not updated yet, but Vendetta having the off at the bus stop. Getting close to Bogarovsky, he ends up losing the place to Philip. Brent actually not managing to close in at all. Yeah, and Vendetta just losing time all the time now. Leader on the final lap now. So that's Barney. Cooper just behind. So that would be the first lap. It's just so weird how they dragged it to the next part. So I was right. Perfect. Good to know. Anyway, so that was not the last corner. It was the first corner. It's just what weird way that it started. There's 20 seconds left. They finished the lap that they are on. So Vendetta. Well, it was looking like we'd have a good wee battle between Bogarovsky and Vendetta. Vendetta making mistakes from what I could tell. And Philip taking advantage, getting Vendetta. Will be up into 7th. But let's join. There's big gaps out there. Brent, even with Leslie's big crash, not really able to put a dent on him. For 9th. Marnie coming round in this middle section of the track. Got to love it now through the chicane. We were watching all the way back in qualifying. Now about an hour ago now. Others going through. We've done the full lap with Philip, but it didn't quite work out for him. But now beginning his fine run through the forest in this final part of the track to get him back to the finish line, where we'll see him here coming to the bus stop. Round we come. Deep into the bus stop, through on the apex on the exit to go through the straight and to cross the finishing line and claim victory here at Spa. Cooper takes a nice 2nd place as well. Skipsy's about 24 seconds behind Ings, but Ings will come through. Enzo, I know, but I'll keep calling you Ings because it's a good laugh. Taking the final podium place, and now we wait for the rest of the feet. Skipsy coming through the bus stop. Think he'll be happy in the end with 4th place. Nellboy had a great race with Skipsy, but will come out for his efforts. And 5th, Bogarovsky. Oh, what? Phillips really. In car 77 track limits, drive-through penalty, that'll be added. I don't know what's happened to Bogarovsky. Maybe there was damage, maybe there was contact between Vendetta and Bogarovsky, because Philip was about 8 seconds behind. I didn't think he was going to be close enough to be challenging Bogarovsky, but he is. But I think he's just going to be behind, crossing the line. Yes, that should be it. Bogarovsky just holds on for P6 as Philip made him a charge at the end that I didn't notice was happening. There we go. But yeah, he ended up 38 seconds. I do wonder if there was damage in there. Well done to Philip. But ends up 7th behind Bolgarovsky. There was a drive-through at the end for that. Well, Brent. Oh, hold on. Oh, Brent's not happy. I just realised that Bruno actually did pass Brent, but there was a drive-through given for Bruno, so I wonder once you add that on where he will actually be. Is Timmy finished? Yeah, Timmy's finished as well. Bolgarovsky just enjoying a wee lap to the grid. Yeah, but there you go. When you add on, well, that's a disconnected. It was a new guy. That's why. Sorry about that. Yeah, when you add on the drive-through, which is what 80 seconds it says, Benny will actually lose a place to Timmy as well. So Timmy ends up in 11th by 2 seconds. And Brent, I wonder if he's cut the corner and that's how he got ahead of Brent. I'm not sure, but he got a massive penalty, a big drive-through at the end, and that's an 80-second penalty, which has cost him not just a position to Brent, but a position to Timmy, who in the end doesn't finish at the back of the finishers. It's been a long one, and it's been an interesting one, but that is your finale, and well done to Barney for taking the win, Cooper in second, and Ainz taking what he probably wasn't expecting, a podium in third place. Very good job there. And well, we will see you next week for the next round, I believe, of the sprint. If not, it'll be the first round of the endurance, and I hope to see you then. If it's endurance, we start at 7, and if it's sprint, we start at our usual time at 8. So I hope you enjoyed yourself tonight, and any drivers listening back, I'm hoping you'll enjoy it too, and hope to see you all again next week to enjoy more ACC racing. Thank you very much. Goodbye.